This is the Galaxy A50, one of the latest Samsung's mid-range offerings that costs about 350 euros. My favorite features of this device include triple camera setup, huge battery, and pretty good specifications. However, it's not a perfect phone, and in this video, I'm going to reveal all the pros and cons of it, so stay tuned. Just before we start, make sure to check out the reviews of the bigger Galaxy A70 and the smaller Galaxy A40 phones, and you'll find all the links and show notes down below the video. Once you pick the phone up, you can immediately tell it's made by Samsung as it follows a familiar design language to its flagship lineup. The A50 uses an aluminum frame and organic glass or 3D glassic backplate. Even though these materials may feel a bit plasticky for some, this is what Samsung asserts. Either way, I like the overall build quality and the phone feels nice in the hand. The Infinity U display is quite huge, but since we have tiny bezels on each side, the phone is not too big. In comparison, it looks very similar to the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus in terms of size. A few cons about the A50: there is no LED notification light, but we do have a highly customizable always-on display. A more important shortcoming: the phone is neither dust nor water resistant. A Super AMOLED display is one of the best in this price range. I like its sharpness, color reproduction, and good contrast. Outdoor visibility is quite good too, although it's not the best. One of the highlights of the A50, the camera setup that consists of 3 modules. We have a regular, wide angle, and depth sensors. On the front you can find a beefy 25-megapixel snapper. I'll talk about image quality in just a bit. Just like the A70, the A50 has a fingerprint scanner that is embedded under the display. It works quite well, but it's definitely not the fastest out there, especially compared to some flagship phones. Keep in mind that A50 uses an optical fingerprint scanner, whereas the flagship S10 series use ultrasonic fingerprint readers that are much faster and more reliable. Face unlock feature works okay, but I wish it was a little bit faster. Other key features of the phone include a dual SIM and a dedicated microSD card tray, a headphone jack that provides great audio, USB Type-C port for charging, and the loudspeaker that is pretty good overall. Here is a quick audio sample. When it comes to hardware, the A50 ships with an octa-core Exynos CPU, a good amount of RAM, and storage. Gaming performance is very good, especially considering the price of the phone. I played a lot of different games on the highest graphics settings and the phone performed really well. Even the PUBG runs great on HD graphics and a high frame rate setting. Really good overall performance for a 350 euro phone. Just like most of the Galaxy phones, the A50 runs on the One UI 1.1 that is built on top of Android 9. I don't want to sound repetitive in each Samsung phone video, but I do like Sammy's user interface. It's clean, it's fast, and there are quite a few extra features and customization options, even though I don't use all of them. I mostly use the A50 for social media, web browsing, a bit of gaming, and so far, I'm happy with the overall performance as the phone is fast on a daily basis. Just before we start talking about the image quality, check out my Facebook page for more camera samples and give me a follow for the latest channel updates. The daylight image quality is pretty good overall. Pictures have nice colors, dynamic range, and contrast. However, I wish some images were a bit sharper and had more detail, but I'm nitpicking here. I'm also a bit frustrated that the wide-angle camera produces pictures with completely different processing as the colors and white balance are usually off. On the other hand, the phone still runs on an early software build. Hopefully, this will be improved with the future software updates. Low-light camera performance is inconsistent. Sometimes you can take nice-looking pictures, whereas other shots do not look great. Well, this is a 350 euro phone after all. Portrait shots usually come out really nice. I like the blurriness of the background and separation of the subject. Selfies look really good whether you take them using auto or portrait mode. I like the level of detail, sharpness, and skin tone reproduction is quite good. Low light selfie image quality, however, is just mediocre. 1080p is the maximum resolution this phone can shoot videos at. To be honest with you, I feel that there is enough processing power for 4K video, but Samsung may have disabled it on purpose, but this is just my guess. Either way, the video looks pretty good. It's smooth and stable, and continuous autofocus works fine. However, I wish there was less noise in the footage. You can also record videos using the wide-angle lens, and the overall quality of the video is pretty good. However, same as on the Galaxy A70, you cannot switch between different cameras while you are recording the video, but hopefully this will be fixed with the future software updates. 1080p selfie video quality is quite good overall. However, you need to hold the phone quite closely to your face to stay in focus. Otherwise, you'll be slightly out of focus, for example, if you hold the phone within the arm's reach. Finally, the sound recording quality is pretty good, like on most of the Samsung phones. This is just a short video test using the front-facing camera of the Samsung Galaxy A50 smartphone. So I'm just checking which is an optimal distance to get the focus. I found the Galaxy A50 to be reliable in the connectivity department. I have no complaints about call quality, signal reception, GPS or Wi-Fi. You can also find most of the sensors you will need, and the phone has NFC. An integrated 4000 mAh battery performs really well. I could get about 12 hours of SOT on a mixed use, which included taking a lot of pictures, recording videos, web browsing and social media. Keep in mind that I reduced the screen brightness setting to less than 50% while I was at home, but I used 100% brightness setting while I was outdoors. Charging time is about 1 hour and 40 minutes, however, there is no wireless charging that is found on the Samsung flagship phones. So we finally come to the conclusions part, and let's summarize all the pros and cons. The most important shortcoming of the Galaxy A50, the phone is neither dust nor water resistant. You should also know that there is no LED notification light, but we have a highly customizable always-on display. Further, you cannot switch between different cameras while you are recording the video, but hopefully this will be fixed with the future software updates. Now the pros. I like the design, build quality, nice and sharp display, the phone is good for gaming, and the One UI is fast and responsive. You also get a versatile camera setup that produces good images and video, and the phone has great battery life. Lastly, the phone has a fingerprint scanner that is embedded under the display, there is USB Type-C port, quick charging, a headphone jack, and a dedicated micro SD card slot. All in all, the Samsung Galaxy A50 does have a few shortcomings to consider, but I still think it's a great mid-range phone that offers quite a lot of features for the price. Just before I sign out, I wanted to show you guys an amazing Bluetooth speaker made by Blitzwolf. Even though the company was kind enough to sponsor this video, I'm literally blown away by this speaker. First of all, it's made out of metal, the build is excellent, and most importantly, the sound quality is simply amazing. The device has a dedicated 30-watt bass driver, and the total volume output is 40 watts thanks to additional 2 mid-treble speakers. You also get control buttons and battery info on the top, and a bunch of parts on the back of the device. Overall, this is one of the best Bluetooth speakers for the price of about 60 euros. I can highly recommend you to check it out, and I promise you'll be blown away by the sound quality and the volume output of it. As always, you'll find all the links and show notes down below the video. What do you think about the Samsung Galaxy A50? Would you buy this phone, or would you choose another mid-range device? As always, use the comment section down below, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on social media, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching, and see you soon.